This was the most successful missing child operation ever undertaken in North Florida. 43 endangered kids are now home for the holiday.
Imagine looking at your child and suddenly they're gone. That nightmare became a reality for dozens of families until one massive operation changed everything. Just weeks ago in Operation Northern Lights, U.S. Marshals led a relentless 2-week hunt across North Florida and beyond. They successfully recovered 43 critically missing children, some as young as 18 months, others up to 17, pulling them from danger in multiple states. 43 critically missing children recovered. But how did it really happen? What does critically missing actually mean? Kids at risk of exploitation, violence, or abuse. And why can't some of these kids go straight home even after rescue? This isn't just a headline, it's a step-by-step fight. Multi-agency teams tracking leads, providing immediate care, counseling, and safety. This video answers the questions burning in every parent's mind. How do the Marshals find these kids? Were they trafficked? What can you do if a child vanishes? While news clips fade fast, the hidden trauma doesn't. But in that fear, there's hope. Proof that dedicated people will fight this hard to bring them back. Stay with us as we step into the silence and reveal the full story. You've heard the number. Now here's what the number never tells you. In early December, more than 80 people from 25 different agencies came together in North Florida. Federal agents, local sheriffs, detectives, social workers, child advocacy teams, people who see the worst of humanity and still choose to go back out there. For 12 days, they worked under one name, Operation Northern Lights. For 12 days, they pushed toward one mission: locate and recover 43 critically missing children. Critically missing is not just a bureaucratic label. It means these kids are in real immediate danger. Danger of sexual exploitation, danger of being pulled into violent crime, danger inside homes where domestic violence, addiction, or abuse has turned childhood into a battlefield. Some of these children disappeared from North Florida, but they weren't all found there. Trails led into other states: Louisiana, Mississippi, Tennessee. Because when a child goes missing, the danger doesn't stop at a county line. So how do you find 43 missing children in days? You start with questions, not miracles. Where was this child last seen? Who were they talking to online? Whose car were they riding in? What changed in their behavior before they disappeared? The U.S. Marshals Missing Child Unit, empowered by federal law to help locate endangered children, brings tools that local departments often don't have: wider databases, interstate coordination, specialized investigative tactics. But this isn't a lone wolf hero story. This is federal, state, and local law enforcement sitting at the same table. This is the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children sharing leads. This is child advocacy groups and social services, adding critical information about each child's history and risk. They analyze digital footprints, messages, posts, locations. They chase down associates, relatives, old addresses. They knock on doors where the welcome might be a lie or a life. You might be thinking, were all 43 kids trafficking victims? No, because danger isn't always that simple. Some were on the edge of becoming victims. Some were being exploited. Some were trapped in spirals of violence, neglect, or addiction that pushed them to run and straight into new danger. You might ask, why call in the Marshals at all? Isn't this just local police work? The answer is hard but honest. Many local departments are drowning in cases. Once a child crosses a county or state line, jurisdiction gets complicated. The people who profit from harming children know that. So the response has to be bigger than one city, one badge. Federal support means reach. It means technology. It means someone is chasing leads that stretch far beyond the city limits. But even when the operation succeeds, the story is not over. The word recovered sounds final. It isn't. When a child is located, the first steps are survival, medical care, food and clean clothing, assessment by professionals who know what trauma looks like. Even when a child says, "I'm fine," then comes the question that no headline can answer in one line. Can this child safely go home? Sometimes, yes. Sometimes a child gets to run into the arms of family who have been searching, aching, praying for them. And sometimes the danger is waiting at that same front door. In those cases, home has to be rebuilt, maybe through foster placements, maybe with relatives, always with support, counseling, advocacy, and people who understand that healing isn't instant. You might be wondering, will they ever really be okay? There is no simple answer. Trauma doesn't disappear because the body is safe. But knowing that an entire operation rose up just to find you, knowing that you are not disposable, not forgotten, that can be the first tiny light at the end of a very long tunnel. And then, the question comes back to you. What should I do if a child I know goes missing? First, do not wait. Call local law enforcement immediately. Provide recent photos, last known locations, friends' names, online usernames, every detail you can recall. Then reach out to national missing child hotlines and organizations so the alert can travel faster and farther than you ever could alone. You might ask, does it really matter if I speak up when something just feels wrong? Yes, it does. You are the neighbor who sees a child who never seems to go outside, the teacher who notices a sudden change in behavior, the store clerk who hears a small voice say, "I don't want to go," while an adult tightens their grip. Predators rely on our silence, on our fear of being wrong or overreacting, on our instinct to mind our own business. One report, one call, one refusal to scroll past a missing child alert as if it's just another post. That can be the thread that leads to a door being kicked open and a child stepping back into the light. Operation Northern Lights ended with 43 children located or recovered, 43 chances to heal, 43 stories that could have ended in permanent absence, but didn't. But somewhere right now, another child is still out there. Another door hasn't opened yet. Another family is still listening for a car that never pulls into the driveway. The real question isn't just what law enforcement will do. The real question is, when the next name appears on a missing child alert, will we look away, or will we be part of the